up, guys? You already know who it is. It's Ron-Tom from Wrench-a-holics, and today we got a couple things lined up today for the 240SX. We're gonna be doing something that I've been holding off for a very long time. I'm actually gonna be securing the body kit on my 240 the proper way, and hopefully that works, as opposed to doing what I have on right now, which is the traditional way that most 240 guys do it, which is to zip tie the body kit on there. I have solid engine mounts and solid transmission mounts, so as you guys know that there is no vibration damper, I guess you could say, when you do solids. So what happens is that the vibrations that the engine generates pretty much translates throughout the whole entire car, and it's ridiculous. So we're gonna go ahead and riv nut the body kit onto the car. I'll be using like hex screws, so that's pretty cool. If you guys don't know how to use a riv gun or a riv nut gun or a thread inserter, pretty much what it is, I'm gonna show you how to. Essentially, it's the same thing as using a riv gun, or a riv gun. So you should be able, to see the differences on that. And the second thing that we're going to do today, we need to mount up the GoPro on the 240SX. I don't know where to mount it. I tried mounting it on my crossbar, and unfortunately with it mounted on the crossbar, you're pretty much going to be either looking at the driver's seat or looking at the passenger seat. So it's pretty much useless, right, to do it that way. So we're going to figure out how to mount that up, or where to mount that up, so that we can get some good angles. Whether I'm doing like some kind of in-car footage, or if I wanted to do like a driving on vlog or whatever it may be. I just want it to be useful, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna tackle those two things today. We got a lot planned, so let's get to it. Alright, so in order to mount up the body kit on the 240, we're gonna need a rivet gun, also known as, this is gonna be a threaded inserter, a rivet style gun, as opposed to the traditional rivet gun. We're gonna be doing this way so that when you decide to take off the body kit, you can actually unbolt it instead of having to drill out the rivet. So this is the reason why I'm doing this. Learning from past experiences, I hate drilling out rivets, so we're gonna go ahead and do this style so that if I do want to take off the body kit, we will be able to unbolt it. So along with the thread inserters, you're gonna need the right threaded, I guess you could say, bolts or whatever. So I got this assorted bolts using a hex drive, pretty much, so that I don't get jacked. But anyways, yeah, you need the right threading pretty much to correspond with the right bolt. So we went ahead and did that. So the first thing we got to do is find the right size drill bit that's associated with the threaded insert, which I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch by 20, I guess you could say, or 1/4 by 20. We're going to be using that size threaded insert. I like the bolt size on that, so it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not holding a lot of weight. It's a body kit, so I could even use the smallest one, I guess you can say, but I really want it to still stand out. So we're going to go ahead with a 1/4 by 20, and also using a 1/4 by 20 1/2 inch hex cap screw. So let's get to it. First thing we got to do, see here, is we got to remove my my tried and true go-to zip ties, because this is how we had it mounted on before. So we're just gonna go ahead and use some snivers and take these out. And on the front side, we actually have it bolted up. I was able to use screws, like the proper way to do it. So I mounted it onto the fender correctly, but on the back end, we did it this way. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out, and also take out the screws in the front, and then we'll be able to prep it out. So first thing, take these out. As you can see, if I take the camera real quick, this is what we're trying to fix here. So this area vibrates right here. So my plan is to put a riv nut right here and a riv nut right here, and that should secure the panel onto the vehicle. We'll be doing that also to the front side of the car, which is right here. So we're gonna put like a riv nut right here, and we'll use the original screw, which is right here. As you can see, the screw is right there. Screw and screw. So this is done correctly. But yeah, we're gonna go put a riv nut. So pretty much on each of these, we're gonna do 3 riv nuts. So 1 right here, and then 2 on the other back side. Alright, so the next step is to find the correct drill bit. In order for you to drill the hole for the correct size thread insert that you're going to be using. I didn't have any spare metal, so I just used my metal shelf as a template. I went from a 1/4, 5/16 to a 3/8 drill bit to figure out which one was closest to the threaded insert that I'll be using, and the 3/8 is the winner. So pretty much I just drilled the hole and insert. So that's pretty much going to be good to go as far as the correct drill bit. So the next step now is to set up the riv nut gun, or the threaded insert gun. We're going to get that set up and drill some holes into the 240, which I hate doing, but it's the only way to do it. Well, I shouldn't say the only way, correct myself. It's the way that I'm going to do it. So the next thing you got to do is prep the side skirt or the panel that you're trying to do or you're trying to secure. So I went ahead and just pre-made some punches with a center punch, like right there and right there. And now, not the hard part, the part that I don't like to do. I got to drill through the skirts and drill through the body panel. So, all right, so went ahead and started to pre-drill it. Now the next thing to do is just drive the drill bit right through, and that should be our hole for the skirt. Then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to do a center punch onto the actual metal part of the car, and we're gonna do a center punch, and then we're gonna drill through that as well, and then those two should be approximated. And then all we gotta do now after we do that is insert the threading and hope all is well. You know, measure twice, cut once. Alright, so I've already drilled both holes. I didn't film it just because I know that as soon as I started drilling into the fiberglass just got everywhere, and I'm not trying to get it on my camera. So again, we just went ahead and drilled the holes through the fiberglass, and then now what we're going to do is through the center of those holes we're going to be using a center punch to make the start off for the drill, so the drill doesn't dance around throughout the metal. Alright, so here we go. Drill the holes. Move my side skirt real quick. Follow the pilot hole. Hole. Let's check it out. Woo! Yeah, baby, butter. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Alright, so now we got we got 2 more to go. Damn, man, that thing was scary. Alright, well, that's cool. Alright, on to the next. I'm gonna cut the vid because it's the same thing over. Alright, so here we go. This is to insert the threading. What you're gonna do is thread the insert into the right threading. So this is the insert right here, and we threaded it into the right insert. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this whole thing and you're gonna insert the threading into the hole like a rivet. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze to lock it down into the spot, and then unthread the threading to remove the gun from the riv nut. That's it. Alright guys, so here's a teaching moment. If by any chance you mess up drilling and the hole is too big, that's a no-go, because you have nothing to grab onto as far as the metal piece. So pretty much this is trash. But you can save this. Luckily it happened on my fender, so I'm able to get behind it. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is where are we at? It's a mess down here. Where we at? All right. So if you can get a washer, preferably something really strong, so that when you do crimp it down, the rib gun, it doesn't collapse. What you're gonna want to do is drill the hole to the same size as the thread insert, and then now this will be the new metal piece for your rib nut to grab onto. All right. So this is the new jam. It's basically a washer. Drilled the hole to the size of the thread insert, so pretty much the same drill bit. And now this washer is going to go behind the fender, and the rib nut will go right through from the top. So now when you compress it, what it's going to compress on is the actual washer, and not the oblong hole that you just drilled into your fender all messed up. So this should be the fix. Luckily it was on the fender, like I said, so you'll be able to get behind that piece. If it's in a quarter panel or something like that, you're pretty much screwed, because you're gonna either have to drill out and use a bigger thread insert at that point. So luckily this will work. Yeah, so there you go. I made that cut right there because it's on the fender, and obviously it's a circle, so there's some lines that we gotta clear, so I made that cut, so this should be able to line up on the fender well. So there you go, that's the fix. Alright, so there's a close-up of the finished product. Pretty much, yeah, so I put a washer on it because the diameter of the drill hole is a little bit bigger than the actual Allen head screw, so I put a washer on there. It doesn't really matter to me if it's there or not. I guess you can say the next thing we gotta do, oh, out of focus, my bad, is we gotta paint the skirts. And also I got to do the rear valances as well. I'll do the same process, you know, with the the thread inserts and all that. So we're pretty much good to go. Alright, so last thing in the deal for today is where to mount the GoPro, and I think I found the spot. I'm pretty much gonna mount it in the OEM rear view mirror location, pretty much like actually stick it on the windshield inside the car. Since now I do have the 5-panel as my rear view mirror, pretty much just gonna stick it like in this area right here, centered, so that it can look at the front of the car. And that's gonna be the angle for the in-car footage, as well as like if I do like a vlog or something while I'm driving, I'll do that. But anyways, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel, smash that button. And as always, hype is for the moment and style is forever. Deuce.